on Candy TV. Thanks for your viewership. Thanks for everything. Please subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell. We thank you for your support and everything that you've been doing for us. Yes, we're back again. You know, last Sunday the president spoke to the nation. That was his 10th address since the coronavirus pandemic came into existence, and actually he outlined so many issues and so many procedures that we can use to still curb the coronavirus. Actually, he lifted so many bans and actually eased some of the restrictions that he has given to the nation. One.
So, fellow Ghanaians, with effect from Friday, 5th June, we will begin stage 1 of the process of easing restrictions. An abridged format for religious services can commence. 25% attendance with a maximum number of 100 congregants can worship at a time in church or at the mosque, with a mandatory 1 meter rule of social distancing between congregants. In addition to the mandatory wearing of masks for all persons at all times in churches and mosques, a register of names and contact details of all worshippers and hand-washing facilities and sanitizers must be provided.
So let's go to the other part of the church. He said now we can start churches and we can only worship for 1 hour, and also we should have 100 membership. We should have only 100 members in the church, and that means it should be included the pastors or everyone, the singers and all the drummers and all the instrumentalists. So that was it for the church. And we also came that he lifted certain restrictions on political rallies.
Individual non-contact sports can go ahead. Conferences, workshops, weddings, and political activities, except rallies, can now take place.
He said political activities can go on. Political activities not exceeding the number of 100, except political rallies. Yes, so at least parties can have meetings and also other political discussions and other stuff. But we have dealt into it in a better or a different dimension. Yeah, we saw that yes, the disease that the coronavirus has rise to about 8,000 and a little over 8,000 in the country, and we think as a country we should rather tighten our restrictions and also make sure that we make sure that the pandemic is out of our country before we ease such restrictions. But we saw that yes, because the president belongs to a political party that believes that we should have a new voters register. And if you say that we should have a new voters register, and if the president does not uplift some or ease some of the restrictions, the Electoral Commission cannot compile the voters register. 2, we also know that the president's political party has not been able to or hasn't elected their parliamentary candidates yet. And you know, a lot of people have filed for to be the parliamentary candidates in almost all the 275 constituencies, and the president needed to ease so that he said some certain political events so they can have their primaries, and said okay, in the auditorium that we are voting only 100 delegates can be there and wear nose mask and other stuff. So these are the reasons. Also that the president was not thinking national, he wasn't thinking about the country, but he was rather thinking about elections. The president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, was thinking about elections and not the country. Yes, we know our situation has gone to has reached its peak and it's dropping. Yes, the rate of contracting the diseases are not increasing as much as we used to, but we know we don't have enough community spread as well. Figures from Obuasi was alarming. Figures later from the western region was also alarming. You know, in Sunyani, the Anabo supermarket has been shut down and other markets have been shut down. So clearly, you can see that the situation is not completely reduced. There are other places that we should know that definitely we should make sure things go down before we think politically. But we saw that the president, and the reason why the president also released the church was that if you release the political parties and you don't release the church, we'll have a majority of our people being Christians, and they'll come and say that, hey, Mr. President, you think about politics, you don't think about the church. And you know how these our people, our pastors and all that, can brainwash people. The president doesn't even love Christianity and this and those stuff. And this same man will come and, he knows it to go against his political party. We are heading towards election. We have barely 6 months to elections. So he was being smart. He played smart and tried to actually play them on the minds of the people. But as we are saying, so that the president was never, thinking politically, nationally, but rather thinking politically, which was very bad for our country. Please subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell, and then please share for others to also have a view of what we produce here. Hills Hair Bonnet producers of quality hair bonnets, and then Adetuke Hub, producers of quality groundnut paste, producers of pure honey, and producers of natural shea butter, good for your skin, and you can also use it to prepare meals. So, Mr. President Nadu Akufo-Addo, please come again. Yes, the churches, what are they going to do in church? Even certain churches have refused to start church on the Sunday that you ask them to. Yes, they are saying they won't go because they are scared of the spread. The pastors are scared. Rome is the headquarters for, the biggest church in the world, that is the Catholic Church. Over 60 Catholic priests died during the pandemic in Italy. Over 60 Catholic priests. So that the disease is not scared of the church. The coronavirus is never and will never be scared of the church, and will never be scared of the Holy Spirit. We should use common sense over religion. Common sense over religion, but I know the reason why the president spoke about the church or released the church was that he wanted to create an avenue for his political party. One, to have their way to organize their primaries. Two, for them to have their way with the Electoral Commission, and also the NIA, National Identification Authority, to do the Ghana card, because we know most people who do not have the Ghana card cannot register for the upcoming elections. That's what the new CI says. Ghana card and passport. These are the two that you can use to register, or you need certain people who have the card to testify that truly you are Ghanaian. So these are the reasons why the president made sure that he eased some of the restrictions, so that we can have our way, one, to register for the NIA card, National Identification Authority card, the Ghana card, and also use it to register for the ID card, voters ID card, and we can use that to vote. As his political party started fighting way back in 2011 that we need a new voters ID card, before we even went into the 2016 elections. We know certain people even lost their lives. They went on demonstration. You remember, Let My Vote Count Alliance. So clearly, Mr. President is thinking politically and not nationally. We are losing common sense here. Please, somebody is losing common sense. We should make sure we come on board, think as a nation, think about the country. Even if we cannot hold elections this year, there's nothing wrong with it. We can create avenue for somebody to take care of the country, and then maybe early next year we can have our election. Yes, that's my opinion. If we have voters registered and everybody is there, if we are going for elections and everyone is there, who is going to vote? And if we vote for you and we are all there, who are you going to govern? Okay, yes, so that is the other side of it. Yes, we'll also come to those who are speaking trash in the country, and we are going to also deal with them. Yes, we are going to deal with them. Yes, Adetuke Hub, producers of quality shea butter, producers of pure honey, and producers of quality groundnut paste, and Hills Hair Bonnet, producers of quality silk hair bonnets, good for your hair. Ladies, please contact them. Hair bonnets are very good for your hair. Nets are past and gone. They will not help you to keep your hair healthy. Keep your hair healthy, because as a lady, you need to have beautiful hair and protect it as well. Back to the issues of the voter register and a whole lot of things. Yes, we know a lot of people have been speaking. The likes of the NDC are saying they are going to resist it with their blood. Their party chairman, their general secretary, and others are saying it. Even the former president has said it when they were marking the 1-year anniversary of the Ayawaso West Wogan incident that happened. He said if the electoral, and he met some Fisher folks, and he told them if the electoral commissioner goes ahead to compile a new voters register and there's a spillage of blood then the blood spills on her head and not any. I mean, this is trash. This is a useless comment from a former president, somebody who has governed the country before and wants to have the country. You, John Dramani Mahama, when we gave you a peaceful country, when Professor Mose died and we gave you a peaceful country, that was growing at 14%. The GDP was growing at 14%. What were you able to do with it? When we gave you a peaceful country that was growing at 14%, you declined the economy gradually and you handed over a 3.6% economy to your predecessor. So when even there was peace, when we handed a peaceful country to you, what were you able to do with it? That you want to create, assuming you create chaos and you win the elections and become president, a war-torn country, how can you build it? How can you build it? The current president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, contested in 2008 and lost 2012 and lost, and he came back in 2016. Even way back in 1996, he contested with President Kufuor in their own political party and lost as well. So you can count of over 20 years of him or 24 years of him trying to become the president of our country. When we went into 2012 elections and he wasn't satisfied with whatever went on, he went to court. Yes, he went to court, though he lost the court case, but he made sure, or the court that he went made sure that we had some landmark. It was a landmark case, and the Supreme Court gave our outline certain things that we should change in our electoral system. Their party was also advised that elections are won at the polling station and that they did their homework well. They campaigned. So you have, he is supposed to think about the country and think about elections as well. And you don't have power. We just pay you 22,000 cedis and over just like that because you are the former president. We pay your rent and everything. You don't think. So the only thing you should do is go down to the people, campaign and win. If we are saying we are compiling a new voters register, we are compiling to vote for you and whoever contests. So clearly, why do you beat war drums? Why do you beat war drums? When we count 1, 2, 3 and you get 3 and he gets 2 or 1, who can change it? Who can change? Because we have so many media houses in the country now, bloggers, everything. When we are counting, we can take videos, nobody can take anything. You have enough evidence to go to court. And your communication directors, your communication team, everybody is talking trash, useless statement. Bernard Mona, when we were going to the CID, some people were following you that they are your supporters. You, Bernard Mona, even your political party, you have collapsed it. CPP had one seat in the northern part of Ghana. They lost it in the 2016 elections. You, Bernard Mona, you don't even have focus which political party you belong to. And I'm not sure you've ever voted for the PNC you claim you belong to. I'm not sure you've ever voted for the PNC that you claim you belong to. Or you are even their current chairman. You have never voted for them. So those people that followed you, if you had these kind of supporters, how do you score even zero in places or in constituencies that you have polling agents? You, Bernard Mona, you have these people, these supporters. Fine. If you know you want to be an NDC man, just go for their registration forms and register as an NDC member. You are a vocal young man. You can even contest position in NDC and even get it. National position. You can contest and win because they know you are part of them. So why do you, hide behind certain political parties and speak trash? You resist, to our blood, we'll do this. It's useless. You, Bernard Mona, I'm telling you, yes, Ghana is a country with security agencies. That is why we've made our president the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Anybody who messes up, whether we are going to register or not, whether we are going to vote or not, we need peace in the country. Anyone who messes up, the security agency should deal with the person. They should crash the person. The security agency should be on their alert because NDC, as their former president or the former president who is their current leader said, they were born out of violence and they are the masters of the game. I was so ashamed of him, John Dramani Mahama. Won't you contest on the grounds of development? Won't you challenge somebody on the grounds of your party being the party that has developed Ghana the most, or the party that has raised the economic growth of the country the most, but rather you are telling people your party was born out of violence and you are the masters of the game. It's so shameful. Sometimes you just sit down and think this man has ever ruled the country. Yes, we don't go on anybody's side. When you go wrong, we tell you. When you go right, we tell you, yes, we praise you, you've done well. You can't speak like this and think we should give our country to you to run. Somebody who wants to be the leader of a country cannot think like this. Please, we have only one Ghana. And I remember when there was a leaked tape that Pastor Mafo was saying that somebody from somewhere, part of the country that doesn't have a mineral resource cannot manage the mineral resources. You remember you had a demonstration, the NDC led by Okudzeto and the likes had a demonstration called One Ghana demonstration. Have you lost that sense of togetherness? When there are issues, you get sense. When the issues are going against you, you start speaking like, I don't know, I don't want to use certain words, but sometimes you don't speak like people who have sense. So I wonder, you people are sitting in parliament, you people have been given the country to govern before. People who speak who spill out such useless, comments that Ghana will burn, people will die. Wow! Just because you want political power? I'm telling you, my friend, if you want Ghanaians to vote for you, learn. Because when Nana said, he lost votes because of those comments. And he came back, rebranded himself after the Supreme Court, and his party rebranded called him Abutrehene. Please think, wise up. You people have been to schools. Yes, there's a difference between being wise and being educated. To be wise, you have to be born with it. You people educated, but some of you lack sense. You lack common sense. You lack common sense. Go back and drink breast milk from your parents. If your parents are not alive, go and beg some lactating mothers to give you breast milk so that it will ignite your sense, your thinking cap. How can you beat war drums in a country you want to govern? The country will you want it to become a war-torn country, and when it's given to you to govern, can you do it? You, John Dramani Man, I asked you, when you were given a peaceful country, what were you able to do? And they took up Hill's hair bonnet. And please subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell. Yes, I'm charged, forgive me, but what's going on in our country, we have to speak to it. It's our country, we just give it to them to govern. We pay taxes, we pay them, so we have to speak the truth to them. We have to spell out the truth to them. It's a bitter pill, we have to give it to them. Yes, it's our country, and they are just the managers. Though they are enjoying at our expense, we've not done anything to them. We're allowing them to even cheat at and steal from us. But the reality is, it's our country, and when they are going wrong, at least if they can't give us infrastructure, they should leave the peace that we have for us. If you can't give us infrastructure, a beautiful country, a better economy, don't touch our peace.